he's definitely got to close that door. Our song's playing too.
It's a 45-minute sample.
Yeah, right.
Right, I gotta dig deep today. I'm in a Thanksgiving coma.
Right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I am Ted. That makes the other guy very generous, Damon.
I am very generous. Thank you.
I was generous that I was calling you the other guy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hey,
I am wearing merch. Damon is wearing a shirt that he wears to his kids' football games.
Yep.
I'm hoping I'm not going to get blindsided.
yeah, it says if you can't block them, hold them. So
I got blindsided once in a football game, and I woke up on the sidelines.
Nice. That was back in the day where you'd walked it off and you went back out there.
Yeah. No, I didn't walk that. I did not go back out there.
Yeah.
That was concussion number 3.
Oh.
Of 6.
Yeah. Time to end it. So, hey, we just come off Thanksgiving.
We did.
Right? So I have a couple stories. Okay.
Wait, should we start off with we're dedicating this show to Nicole.
We are. I was actually getting to that, but yeah, you're correct.
I just want to make sure you didn't forget.
Yeah.
Hey, Mac, can we tell you this?
Yeah.
Last week we did that, we thanked everyone for Thanksgiving, like everyone they were thankful for, and still thankful for everyone on that list. I don't want to think anyone's changed.
Right.
Nicole said, was I on that list? Yeah. Damon immediately was like, no. Yeah. No, I did forget. You are correct.
Yeah. I said, and I look right at her and I go, nope. And I go, I proofread that list several times and said.
And then immediately was like, I'm pulling Ted under this bus. He's like, I asked you too to proofread it. And you never mentioned Nicole.
I pointed right at him. I go,
Ted remembered this name. He remembered this name I forgot. He did not mention you, Nicole. Not one time did Ted mention your name. Ted forgot you completely. I'm innocent.
Yeah.
That's how that conversation went down.
Yeah. So he starts like slow walking backwards out the door.
I feel like I jumped the gun and you were going to do it anyway. But I just wanted to make sure it was on the top of the show. So go ahead. What?
Yeah, no, it's in my notes. First thing Nicole asked, did you thank me? Nope. I have it written right in my notes. So, no, I was going to tell a story too about, so this is dedicated to my wife. This
is dedicated to the ones Damon loves.
That will remain a mystery.
And my wife.
Go ahead.
All right, so Chuck, at Thanksgiving dinner, okay, we're eating. Yeah, I said what you thought I said. I see the look on your face like, I just got you out of a hole. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know me. I'm a glutton for punishment.
No, you can stop it. Glutton.
I'm
a glutton.
I'm gluttonous. That's what it is.
Mac, when you edit that, put the notes in.
Yeah.
I'm a glutton.
So, at Thanksgiving dinner, we're sitting at a table. We're kind of off to the side because
you're at a kids' table.
Kids table, but there wasn't enough room because there's 4 of us, and there was 2 seats at the table. And I said,
I think you had your family. There wasn't enough room because there were 4 of us.
Yeah,
just you.
Yeah, there wasn't enough. Table was leaning because my plate was on one end, so they asked me to go to the other table. But anyway, we're sitting there and we're eating, and literally. We're joking around. We're picking on my wife. Like we're having fun, and she's laughing and this and that. And my kids started going at her, but she says something, and I don't remember what I said. And then she looks at Chuck and she goes, "Are you saying I'm fat?" I don't remember how we got to this point. She goes, "Are you saying I'm fat?" This is Chuck's response: quick, dry, hand delivered, ready to go. No, I only know 5 fat people, and Dad's 4 of them.
Wow.
Okay, then. You don't have to laugh, Mac. My family already dead. You don't have to laugh now. So anyway, I asked Chuck, I go, so who's the other one? And he goes, Ted, but at least he's trying. That's what he tells me. So you got thrown under the bus, but then he's like, you get an A for effort. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. So there's 5 fat people in this room right now. 4 of them are me, and the other one is you.
Wow.
Yeah. He went pretty deep.
Yeah, that's
cuts like a knife, don't it? Yeah. Got carved up like a turkey.
Cut's the deepest, man.
Yeah. The first cut. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
But and one other story. We're driving there, and I see a car wrap. A car's coming at you. You know, when they have the wraps so they're not painted.
Right.
Well, they have some where they look like in different lights. It's just like shiny, so it looks different. Hand to God, this thing started out red, then orange, then yellow, and then the whole rest of the car appeared to be green. I look at it. I don't say nothing, but I'm like, wow, that's the ugliest wrap I've ever seen. Chuck sees it and goes, that car's pretty cool, man. It looks like a weather report. And I was like, I couldn't get out of my head. I was like, you were so right. Because when we're stopping at a stoplight, I'm looking at him like, it does. It looks like the front's coming in from the front license plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here comes the front. You don't want to be anywhere on the hood. But now when you get over here to the trunk, it's just going to rain, it's just going to rain. That's all it's going to be. But it's so ironic that it was just like, my family, my daughter was just ripping them off too. I mean, I was laughing so much, and then it was mostly at my expense, but I was laughing so much, and I was just like, wow, this is nice to like, I was entertained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I didn't have to say anything, it was fun. How was yours?
I'll go the night before Thanksgiving. There was a show at Two Brothers.
Yeah.
It was still not Friday. Usually it's Thursday show, but obviously Thursday Thanksgiving. So it was a Wednesday.
But it's still not Friday and Wednesday.
It's true. The name does not lie.
Yeah. On technicality, they're good. Yeah.
Usually I get there at 7 just to hang out with the comedians, and by 7:50 it's like, ooh, are people going to show up? And then by 8, but then by like 8:10,
there's nowhere to sit.
Right.
Yeah.
But this time I got there at 7 because I had to drop off something for Papa Suburbs / Ham Daddy / Matt Drufke, and there's already a few tables taken at 7. I'm like, wow. And then by 7:20, the first floor is packed. They have to go upstairs. By 7:40, it was standing room only.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that just to congratulate them. They put on a great show. So at one point, I just went out in the hallway, and they have that hallway, and I just kind of stood out there because I'm like, okay, I don't need
a table for one.
I don't need a table for one.
Right.
I still want to see the show, but I don't want to take up space. It is very crowded in there. I'm just going to. So I walk in at one point to say, hey, that was a great set to someone that came off stage because I really lit it up. And TJ is walking by and he's like, hey, do you need some water? And I'm like, no, I like to keep it dark brown for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And he just goes, gross. It was like, did you just have that one in the pocket? I was like, no, that was off the top of my head. You're welcome. But I just walked out. But he said that Chuck just like dry and delivery. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'll give you a dry delivery.
Yeah.
I'll give you a dehydrated delivery. No, my Thanksgiving was fine. We were supposed to go to my in-laws, but my father-in-law got sick. So I literally texted my mom and said, hey, you got promoted to Thursday. Because she was going to be Saturday because my sister-in-law could only do Thursday. So that's why we were going to go to that family.
Right. Yeah.
And then she proceeded to tell people that. Like someone called and was like, I got promoted to Thursday. And then my sister called. She's like, I got promoted to today. And I was like, Mom, I didn't tell everyone that was what we were doing because it feels like it's weird that you weren't allowed to do anything on Thursday.
Right.
But now because people,
it's not your day.
Because someone got sick. Now we can see you.
So she's a second string Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, you're ready. She's warming up and she's going
that was the
in.
same. Like I put in social media that it would have been my parents' 50th wedding anniversary because that's true. It would have been.
Yeah.
And someone was like, happily heavenly like anniversary to your parents. And I'd be like, well, you're half right.
Yeah.
You'll be like, my mom will be thrilled to know that she's still alive.
You turn to your mom. And you're like, hey, Mom. Yeah. What? Nope, you're half right. Yeah.
I hope this guy doesn't know the future.
Right. Yeah. Nostradamus over here.
Because you got about 6 hours left.
Right. Yeah. Apparently today's the day.
Yeah.
Do not take big bites. We're not joking on anything.
Well, and you were talking about, your kids, and then we usually don't on holidays, like we don't make like, because when we're at home on a regular day, it's like you get one piece of cake. You do not get to eat half the cake. But on holidays, like, oh, you want 2 cupcakes? Whatever.
Right.
And Jim was like, can I have another roll? I'm like, I don't care. Eat as many rolls as you want. This is the one day where like society's like, eat as much as you want. No one cares.
Right.
Do everything. Literally cleaned out the bread plate. I just looked over. There were no rolls. I'm like, well, you eat something else too. It wasn't like, that's all you get to eat.
Well, you said he's big on pasta, right?
Yeah. So it's not like that's happening. But
right.
I don't know if we did this when they were kids just to fool them. We would always sit them next to the fresh fruit and the raw vegetable tray.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever they would try to like reach for more stuff, that's all they could get. So we still do that. So I looked over and all day, like we were just chatting around the table, I'd look over and there'd be like some carrots and some broccoli and some cauliflower and some cut up peppers. And I look over and it'd be a little bit less and a little bit less and a little bit less. Like, fooled you again.
Yeah.
We win this round.
Placement is
everything.
everything.
Then I'd be like, man, can I get more of those mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
Because I don't want any of those nasty vegetables.
Right, yeah. You want me to pass the vegetables? No,
Yeah.
no, I do not.
But then you try to talk and all you hear is,
Right.
I was looking at their dogs eting kibble.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah. It's that dry broccoli. It's the dry delivery. But no, as I said, it was a fun day, And we're gonna have a little more going on this afternoon, so it'll be fun. We have some friends over and doing some stuff. So I really
what I like though is that last week when we recorded, we're like, this is the episode that's coming out after Thanksgiving, and now this is the actual episode we're recording after Thanksgiving.
Correct.
It's all over the map, guys.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes is nuts.
Behind the scenes, Black Friday was yesterday. That's where we are right now.
I was out yesterday, not to shop. I had to work for reasons.
Yeah.
And it was dead.
and again, I don't live in a populated area with stores and shopping. And
I'm
stuff
at the
like
store
that.
I was in.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
I was in a major retailer for reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, was there? Did I miss it? And I got there at 7:45, so it wasn't like it was super late.
Well, they probably
Because
already
they open at 6.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, but it was. I was like, there is no one. And then around 2:30 or 3, it all of a sudden, I think everyone who thought that they were going to skip the crowd,
Yes.
all showed up at once, and are like, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are over getting up super early.
I think so too. Well, you know what I do like is some of the big boxes and chains. They closed on Thanksgiving again because they used to be closed on Thanksgiving, and then they go in. Oh, we'll get a jump on our Black Friday
we'll open
sales.
at 4.
And they'll open at 4 or 5 o'clock, and then their people have to come in turkey comas and everything else and go to work. When it's like, stay home and enjoy your family, watch some football, hang out, do whatever, So
that was the thing about the movie theater. You were open 365 days a year,
right?
and it was literally, I can't believe you guys are open. Yeah, you know what? You stay home, we wouldn't have to be.
Yeah, if you were not here, I wouldn't be open. Yeah. No, and we had the same thing. Some of her extended family, they'd bug out at like 3:30 in the afternoon, like, oh, the store's opening at 4. They're doing sales and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I feel like you're cutting into time,
Yeah.
And again, I hate to say it now, it's so easy to go on Amazon or something.
Well,
else.
that's what it is.
You know what I mean?
Well, and people have been running sales for 6 weeks now.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's already Black Friday.
Yeah. It's like, it's Easter. It's Black Friday. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
Hey, this is the first Black Friday I've ever not worked retail.
Really?
Mac, this is
Like
the first,
in my entire life.
first Black Friday I've worked in a long time.
Yeah. Well, this is the third one in a row I haven't had to, but in the industry I was in for a long time, you did not get this day off. So I don't know why they believe it's going to be busy the day
Did I tell
after.
you why I worked?
In
August. I work in a position where if you're gonna be sick, that's one thing. But if you're gonna take time off, you just have to, hey, can you be the point of contact because I'm gonna take some time off. And you're like, yeah, okay, I can do that. Someone asked for November 23rd and November 25th off in August. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem. And then a couple of weeks later, I was like, why didn't he ask for all those days in a row? And I actually opened the calendar and went, you son of... I got Tom Sawyer. I got totally Tom Sawyer. Oh, yeah, he did.
You do the whole curses. Spoiled again.
And the best part about it, I had just told the story on a previous conference call about how I got screwed out of taking off Black Friday originally when I took this job. And so the same day, he was like, no, that's Ted if he'll cover it.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's that dumb to back his way into it.
Yeah. Hey, Ted, do you have a calendar? No. Can you work the 23rd and the 25th? Yeah.
But I have to say that my feelings go out to those people that have to work on Black Friday because having to work Wednesday and Friday, Thanksgiving did not feel like Thanksgiving. It literally felt like, and I don't feel like doing anything tomorrow, but I got to go into work.
Yeah. And again, not to be... The only places generally that should be open on holidays like that are some gas stations, maybe for travel. You know what I mean? And then that, but you shouldn't have to have. I understand Jewel wants to be open till 11 or 12 because they want you to be able to come in and get last minute stuff and buy. But McDonald's was open outside my subdivision. I'm like, you got all these people working today that should be with their families.
Yeah.
If somebody's going to come in and get a Big Mac, I mean,
I don't know the one by you. I know the one by me had a sign up that said, we'll be open 6 to 11, only doing breakfast.
Okay.
Then what's the point?
Yeah, but even that, it's like,
Just
who's going out for breakfast on a day you're going to just mile through some turkey? Right. You know what I mean?
You know what I need? I need about 1,500 calories.
Yeah.
To get my day started.
Yeah.
So I can eat 9,000 calories later.
So what was kind of funny is my sister-in-law and brother-in-law show up on Thanksgiving, and they're there for a little while, and they actually have a cruise they were going on that they're taking off out of Miami, I think tonight, actually, on Saturday night, in the afternoon, like 4 o'clock. So anyway,
we record on Saturdays.
Yeah, we record.
Way to go.
Yeah, we record on Saturdays. So anyway, they're taking off out of town, so they didn't stay for dinner, and like dinner was just ready, and they're like, no, we got to go. We're gonna go home and load up because they're driving, and they were gonna stop and see some other stuff on the way and do stuff, So some people didn't understand why, and I said, I'll be honest with you. I said, I've made a lot of long drives. If I had a huge meal before that drive,
for sure,
I would be wrecked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would be wrecked. I mean, there's no, let alone it's a turkey and mashed potato dinner. You know what I mean? With stuffing and everything. You carved up and you got tryptophan. excuse me now. Now I'm going to go drive a car. For how long? Oh, I don't know, about 25 hours, going to Miami. But yeah, so I totally understood that. And they got there safe and everything's good. But it's a long drive. I would
Just driving through Florida itself.
Well, I would say it's probably not 25. It's probably 22 to 23 because putting for where I'm at, and they're in Bolingbrook, so they're about a half hour north of me. You know what I mean? So I would figure it'd be somewhere in there, because it's about 4 hours past Orlando, I believe.
Yeah, it's
from Miami.
Drive.
You
get into Florida and you're like,
oh,
you're in Florida. You're like, we're here. No, you're not.
Same thing with Georgia too. I hate to say it. You're like, because you're like in and out of Kentucky, and you're in and out of this.
Oh yeah, that's because we turn them Tennessees and Kentucky sideways.
Yeah, right.
You just can kind of go through the middle part.
Yeah, Georgia runs vertical. It's like, okay.
Well, let's say you drive through Illinois, you get all the way down through. If you go through the south, I know if you cut over through Indiana,
right.
But if you go from the top of Illinois to the bottom, you're like, wow, that was long, and then all of a sudden you're literally out of Kentucky within a minute.
Yeah,
in comparison.
Yeah. Well, you pop back in a little later if you stay on 57, But is Max showing his headlines?
I don't care. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I think he's just catching up on the news.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I was just saying that's a hell of a way out of getting the store to close for Black Friday.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Drive into
You're like on an unrelated note. I need a ride home. Why? I parked my car in the showroom. I'm ready to go.
I believe that's the frozen section.
Yeah, I believe that I am now. My car's covered in ice cream. You're surprised I'm not sticking around to see what happens.
Is this not where I do the store pickup?
Right. Yeah. Oh, the curb. Got it. Challenge accepted. Yeah, I cleared the curb. I cleared the curb in a single shot. So hey, one thing that I wanted to bring up. I know you're a big escape room guy.
Huge.
Okay.
And
yeah,
I look forward to when I go to Canada.
Yeah,
because apparently I don't know if Dave's ever been in a wedding, but Macaulay claims that we're going to do an escape room while I'm up there for his wedding, and I keep thinking I don't think that's going to happen, man. I think you're going to be busy.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know how this works.
Yeah,
I would love to do all the things you want to do. I don't know how much time I got to go for a month for your wedding, Dave, but I think you're going to be busy. But we'll see. Anyway, but yeah, Dave and Leslie have the conversing couple.
So here's
he loves what I shot about.
Well, yeah, but here's what I love though. If you think about it. What you should do is you should say, okay, we have an hour to escape, right?
Yeah.
So you should start it 45 minutes before the ceremony, okay? Because then the heat's on. It's like, okay.
So this is going to be a little inside baseball for some of the people, for all the people from Wilmington that listen to us. Mr. Chakota was my dad's best man, right?
Yeah.
So they're in the pastor's study of the church where they got married, and he's like, hey, Steve, you got cold feet. There's a window here.
Yeah.
4 hours, I can have you in Canada.
Right. Yeah.
I we can do it. You want to sneak out?
Yeah. And you know what's funny? So many people, and again, we're off topic, but when we were growing up, he was kind of a feared teacher by many. Like he was strict, and he would things a certain way and this and that. He had a great sense of humor.
Oh yeah, he was
when you got to know him, or if he decided he liked you, which I'm blessed that he liked me, but it was nice to be like, the snide comments he would make. Yeah. You're like, wow, you are sarcastic, and I love it.
Yeah, he was a fixture at our Thanksgiving and Christmas meals. And and for years, it would just be so weird because it'd be a family, and he'd be just like, "When are you guys eating?" Like, okay. I got to be out by 4 though, because the Napiers are eating it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I have multiple dinners I'm going to. So could you guys maybe push yours up a little?
When I was way younger, they were all in Weight Watchers together back in the, early 80s.
Yeah.
He would literally call up and be like, what are you having tonight? And they'd say, we're having this. He's like, ooh, I've already had 2 beef meals. do you know what so-and-so's having? Like, yeah, I think they're having fish. Okay, I haven't had one of those this week. And he would literally, that's what he would call around to see what his cards matched up to or whatever, how that plan worked.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. But I was watching a show. So the escape room thing came to my mind.
Yeah.
I was watching a show that was a rage room. Have you seen these?
Yeah. Oh, I want to do that too.
Okay, so my thought was, what if you went in an escape room and treated it like a rage room?
Then put like, oh wait, I got my bookings messed up.
Oh man,
this is.
I was wondering why you didn't give me a face mask and a helmet.
Yeah,
it's
kind of
weird.
That screen kept lighting up, saying stop doing that, because that's how they communicate with you. There's a screen that like,
oh yeah, well you bust that first.
Yeah,
What's weird is you're like, this right here. Oh, this is my what do they call that? Emotional support baseball bat. That's what this is. I don't. What do you mean? Why do I have golf clubs?
This is my hurricane.
Yeah,
It looks like a sledgehammer. Well, yeah, this is a different one.
Right, but look, it stands up on its own. You leave it stand. You're like, look, ooh, that covers.
At work, we're doing some part swap outs, and I go in the back and get a mallet because they powder coated them, but didn't factor in the tolerance that it had to slide over something else.
Oh,
so we had to hammer them on, and now we have to hammer them back off because they literally have fused to the. But one store didn't have a mallet; all they had was a sledge, like a mini, like handheld sledge. And they walk out, and they're like, what are you doing with that?" I'm like, "Hey, it's not a problem. When your tech guy pulls out a sledgehammer, everything's fine.
Right,
everything's gonna work. I promise you."
Yeah. You don't need more force. You just need a bigger hammer. Yeah. It's real easy.
Do you have an out of order sign?
Yeah. You guys know you're going to be closed for the holiday? You're welcome. I'm going to park my car right in here too, just so you know. But whatchamacallit? So I was laughing. I have a great TCO sells it for you.
Oh.
All right.
That'll be a change.
I want to do this. No, hey, come on, man. They've been pretty good. The senior ridden dirt bike was phenomenal.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So this is a 1987 utility trailer. I'll show you the picture. It's a classic.
Utility trailer. Yeah. A bit of a stretch.
So they want $550 for it. Okay. And what's funny is, I believe since they put it under vehicles, it says automatic transmission. I'm going to tell you right now, if that has an automatic transmission in it, that's a magic freaking trailer.
That reminds me of, again, in the 80s, my parents bought one of those lawnmowers that, like the old timey ones with the.
Yeah. Right.
And the woman on the way out was like, "Oh, don't forget to get oil and gas for it." And my dad was like, "Well, I understand you could oil this,
right?
But I don't want to know what kind of gas you'd need to use with with a handheld push motor, like because not a motor. I know you're getting what I'm saying, but for people listening, just one of those ones where it's just blades that like the friction of you pushing is what spins.
Dennis the Menace we used, or old timey TV,
yeah.
Right?
Like what do you sell Bush's baked beans with this?
Yeah,
that kind of gas,
right.
Well, yeah, that's about what looks like the speed of this guy.
Oh,
this trailer.
So anyway, so I have the description. It's a 5x8 utility trailer with title. Okay, so it's got a title.
You got to title that?
Yeah. So then it says, but it's titled as a homemade trailer. Okay, well, it looks like it was homemade in 1987. Okay,
if that.
Yeah. You didn't find an old trailer and put like stake bed sides.
That
on
looks like the trailer the Beverly Hillbillies left behind.
Right. Yeah. They're like,
we're moving to California. You can keep this trailer.
Yeah. This is not nice enough to pull behind our valued truck. But anyway, it says title is a homemade trailer. Pulls nice. Will need tires eventually. I got news for you. Anything with tires will need tires eventually.
Yeah. That's kind of just the default response to anything with a vehicle.
Yeah. So like when you go up and you go, these tires are terrible. I said it needs them eventually.
Yeah.
I put the post out 2 weeks ago. This is eventually.
Right.
We're living in eventually.
From now until eternity is eventually.
Is eventually. Right. Yeah. So it's like, but it's just funny.
Every time has been someone else's eventually.
And it says exterior red, interior black. It's a trailer. And the best part of it is...
They mean like one side of the wood is red, the other side of the wood is black?
Right. It has green treated lumber like staked in the sides of it. It's true. It looks like the bottom of the trailer was red at one time over the wheel well.
That could have been rust.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just looking at it. I'm like, okay. But they want $550 for this monstrosity. And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know that you could pull that down the highway and it would stay together.
Right. I think even in today's, overinflated economy, you could build a new one of those for less than $550.
Yeah. I mean, there might be $500 worth of lumber on it, a couple months ago. But right now, that stuff's coming back down. So, but yeah, I found that awesome to be like, okay, it's a 5x8 utility trailer with title. Oh, by the way, its title is homemade.
Yeah, hey, Larry, what do you think I can get for this? Oh, I'd say about 5.5.
Yeah,
5.5 easy.
5.5. Yeah.
And that's giving him a deal.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need tires today.
Yeah.
It needs tires eventually.
Did you know that it pulls nice?
Pulls real nice.
You know why it pulls?
Now it won't pull any like load.
Yeah. Bless you, by the way. Thanks for leaving a live mic on.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I gotta.
He's dry heaving. Could you go to the bathroom? Think maybe?
He already walked in and was like, I think I stepped in dog mess.
Yeah. Yeah. I smelled crap when I came in here. It's like, thank you. It's just me and Ted sitting in this room.
And he walked in to check. No, it wasn't in this room.
It wasn't you guys. Yeah, it wasn't you guys, but I smelled crap
I
in
wanted
here.
to check the obvious
You were
answer
talking
first.
about all that wiping and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I want to check that obvious answer first. Nope, it wasn't you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Turns out it was, in fact, my shoe.
Let me tell you what I think it is. And now I'll go back to I was outside raking. Oh, yeah, it's dog crap. It's dog crap. Okay. So, but to feel like one of us did smell like dog crap, I mean, you know what? That does check out. So I get it. But yeah, it's just, that was hysterical. And then the way he just played it off, he's like, nah, it's on my shoe.
No, it's on my shoe. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's on my shoe. It's on the carpet. It's fine.
He literally walks in here, looks at us and goes, I smell dog crap. And we're like, okay. And then he lifts his shoe up in front of us and goes, oh, it's on my shoe.
Yeah.
And he walks out. Like this is where I expected it to come from. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I expected
amazing.
you guys to be sitting in a pile of your own filth.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Turns out it was my shoe.
Someone needs to change Damon. He's poopy. You know what I mean? What am I, 2? I'm poopy. Please change my name.
Depends.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want to buy a trailer, I hope he sells it. Okay, I hope he sells it. Which is weird is you can find it on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, it's kind of weird because I believe I know the owner, but I'm not going to give his name. So we'll do a couple fun facts since we're probably not going to sell that trailer. I'm just being honest with you.
No, I think we did great.
I think the eventual tires are worth more than the trailer you're going to pay for. So I would just buy the eventual tires.
I was going to say the tires you eventually buy.
Yeah.
Not the tires that are on it.
Right. So here's some fun facts. A couple of these go right in, coincide with the recent holiday. Okay. And probably the holiday coming up. It takes an average American 3 hours and 54 minutes to get sick of their extended family. I say false.
You think it's sooner?
I think when I walk in the door, people are like, oh,
of you, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
If it's going that way, for sure.
Yeah, but I got to skew this somehow. There's a lot of people in that room when I walk in. I got to skew the average a little bit, you know? But no, I don't know that it takes 3 hours to get sick of anybody. Some people, they just look at you and you're like, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not with family, but you're like, yeah, if he says one word to me, I'm probably going to punch him, you know? So you think 3 hours, just under 4 hours, you think that's right?
I don't know. It's been
I'm not
weird
trying to incriminate
no,
either,
it's just, I don't have a lot of extended family in the area anymore, so I don't like hang out with them anymore. So it's hard to say,
right?
For me personally,
yeah. Well, in that case, then it may be the opposite because you'll be catching up and you won't, you know. But yeah, to just go see the same people, like you just saw everybody on Thanksgiving. Now you got holidays coming up at the end of December, right? So you're going to see probably the same people again, and maybe you only see them at like Easter, Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Maybe you only see them on certain holidays.
I think if you do those big families where you show up and there's 25, 50 people in a house,
yeah,
and, among that group of people, there's going to be a wide variety of political and religious and,
all the stuff we don't talk about, right?
All kinds of views and everything. I think, about that time, you're like, I got to go.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's weird. You sat down, like, you're like, I brought the hors d'oeuvres. You set them down, and somebody's like, I can't believe I'm out. We'll see you later.
You have to imagine if you're hanging out with friends, these are people that you have weeded out through, like,
right,
a lifetime of not anymore. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you can hang out with them for a long time because you've weeded out the ones you want to hang out with them. When you don't hang with the family, it's like, we have to hang out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I could see that.
Yeah. No, if you're at my house willingly, first off, you're probably held hostage. But if you're at my house willingly, you've passed the parochial gauntlet of ridiculousness, and we have enough stuff in common that we can hang out and have
I'm just
conversation.
Dead. I'm just dead inside.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you could make an escape room of people's homes?
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah. And you literally have 4 hours to get out.
Yeah.
Or you're going to start murdering each other.
You know what's weird though is you say you do that and say in the last room is where dinner's served, and then it's like 5 hours and 6 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm done now.
I will say though, I used to hate it when we go to someone's house and I'm like, hey, we're going for a meal. And you get there and you find out the meal's not for 2.5 hours.
So that's everything with my extended families, and that's okay.
I showed up hungry.
Yeah.
Tell me if it's going to that's the thing. If you tell me it's going to be, we're going to get there and we're going to eat later.
Yeah.
I can plan for that. But when you don't tell me that, and I'm like, well, I don't want to show up full because then it looks like I'm I'm being ungracious. I'm not taking your food you're offering me.
Right.
So if I show up full but the meal's right there, but if I show up hungry and the meal's not for hours, I'm going to be like,
yeah,
I'm not waiting 4 hours. I'll kill you now.
Right. Well, there's certain holidays. My wife's family is mostly like traditional Polish. You know what I mean? So
No one likes a bragger.
Yeah, but they do like meatless Christmas Eve and stuff like that. You know, and so for me, I'm Italian. I don't know what that.
Yeah,
You know.
On that subject, I know someone that like married into an Italian family. They brought
Yeah.
out the lasagna, ate a huge portion of it, didn't realize that was just round 2, and then like the actual like roast was coming out later.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the difference. Like, oh yeah, we'll just throw a lasagna out as an appetizer,
Right. Yeah.
and then you go to your in-laws, and it's just like, where's the beef?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
What's weird is in a cooler in the car, I'd have a couple chicken salad sandwiches. So usually we'd be like 5 minutes out, and I'm like, I'm eating a sandwich, and the kids are like, well, I'm like, okay, it is what it is, you know. And then we go out, and I'm starving, and I'm not. Look, it's not me being. It's just the stuff that I'm there as part of the family. I'm doing the traditional stuff and this and that. It's just not what I eat. It's not what I enjoy, and it's not what I want to do. Like sometimes they have like pickled herring.
My dad loved that.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of that generation does.
He was Danish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means
Which means you're a sweet roll.
Right.
Right.
I don't know who, because Mac puts this new wall up here because that's how much he hates us. He doesn't want to be able to see out in the other
Right.
room. I don't know who's running the video village,
Yeah.
but they just dropped.
Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. They dropped in like an infographic that had your statistic on it, right? About the 3 hours and 54 minutes.
Okay.
Scrolls down. Turns out it's an advertisement for Motel 6.
Yeah. Funded by.
Yeah, you can't handle your family for 4 hours. We know where you can drop off for a little bit. Come on by to Motel 6.
Hey, let me tell you what.
Warm up a bed.
I can spend less than 3 hours and 54 minutes in a Motel 6.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'd be
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave Motel 6 after 54 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, that's a bounce board. I'm not trying to block your sight. I'm just lighting the back of your head.
No.
It's a bounce board.
Does he know that sometimes I just say stuff because I'm in a character on here and not because I'm an idiot? I swear to God. Yeah, Mac, I know what it is, but you know what? People can't see it.
Yeah. Why are you lighting the back of his head?
Well, not that.
Because people are like, Brian's trapping him in there for some reason.
No, yeah, that's what they're concerned about.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are.
They're definitely concerned about our safety, not the fact that we
I just
smell
tell
like
you,
dog crap.
125 episodes. I could look and see who was in the doing the stuff.
Right.
Suddenly now I look to my right. There's a big white piece of paper here. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on out there.
We should play Pictionary on
Yeah.
that one day and see how he feels. We should just do it.
And I will
Please don't.
I will give props to Jerry for waiting until we start to show up so he doesn't have to look at us either.
Yeah. Very
Because
smart man.
we're here for 25 minutes, don't see him. Suddenly we start recording and it's like, whoop, all of a sudden Video Village comes to life.
You know he's in the hallways like, did you put up the board yet?
Yeah.
No. Then I'll wait right out here. I'll sit out here. It's fine. It's fine.
Is that wall up there?
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
I got to be really quiet out here because the guy down the hall hates it when people talk in the
Yeah,
hall.
right. So, hey, here's another fun
Doors
fact.
open.
Yeah, here's another fun fact for Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving is generally the busiest day of the year for plumbers. It's called Brown Friday. I read this and I laughed so
He
hard.
choked himself up.
I know.
You just snorted yourself.
And I know what I'm reading because I read it and put it in here. These are fun facts. This isn't something I haven't proofread already. But yeah, so the day after Thanksgiving is generally known as Brown Friday, and it's busy for plumbers. That is awesome.
Disgusting.
It is so awesome. It's not even funny. I can tell you as a guy who decades ago was a plumber. I did not do service calls, so I cannot confirm that this is what I did new construction. So I did not. I cannot confirm nor deny that this is true.
You know what it probably is? It's probably people like you who go to your relative's house who have actual human toilet paper
Yeah.
and are used to using that,
Yeah.
that whisper wafer thin stuff that you have.
Yeah. You mean I don't need my whole hand wrapped in this stuff? Oh, I look like a mummy,
Dad, I ripped off one square and I couldn't see my hand through it.
Yeah, weird.
They fancy here.
Weird. I can't even feel my hemorrhoids. This stuff's so thick. It's like a pillow. But I thought that was funny because, ironically, the Friday after Thanksgiving is Black Friday.
Yeah.
But now we've browned it down to where it's poo.
According to Urban Dictionary,
Yeah.
it's the day after Thanksgiving when the toilets begin to clog up with post-celebratory waste.
That is awesome.
Hey, man, you want to hang out? Nah, man, I'm spending my Brown Friday on the turlet.
Yeah. You got a plumber on retainer. Well, it's a holiday. We're hosting. So we just want to make sure we get the plumber here.
Hey,
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Did Cousin Jeff get a job at Roto-Rooter? Nope.
Yeah.
He's just on deck. That's our guy on deck.
So let's do, and we really mean deck that time.
Yeah. You said deck, right?
Yeah, let's do at least one more of these. I got a good one here too. In Sparta, only 2 classes of people could have their names inscribed on their tombstones: women who died in childbirth and men who fell in combat.
Like Feller got kicked down the well.
So that's what I thought was like, if you trip, you're like, all right, this is a list of clumsy people that he fell on his own sword, you know? But yeah, so there was 2 classes. So otherwise, if you died by any other means, you did not have your name inscribed on your tombstone.
Why would you even get a tombstone? What's the point?
I got a rock. You know, that's
Yeah.
really what it's going to be. But I read this and I thought, okay, I understand that the men who fall in combat, but then it's women who died in childbirth. So I wonder, they probably don't do anything for the kid because the kid died of natural causes. Then if the woman perishes and the child doesn't make it, I'm guessing. But yeah, I read that and I was, who fell in combat? It's like the guy that fell off his horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we got to put Tony on the old wall over there.
We Lupo and Tony.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Let's just kill him. Let's kill him, and then we'll see if it works. You know what I mean? You know where he's from? New York City. You know, he brought really wicked salsa.
We went really dark on that.
Yeah, yeah. But we don't know if it's going to stick. Let's just kill him. Let's just see. Let's just see, and then the elders of the community will tell us what we're going to do. And you know what? I'm going to do one more because I thought this was pretty neat. I think this is true. People who are obsessed with celebrities tend to perform worse on IQ tests than those who are interested in celebrity news and gossip. So if you just like reading the headlines in the checkout line, you know what I mean, and you're not picking up the magazine and buying it and putting posters on your wall and everything else, apparently you have a higher IQ than those that are like, someday I'm going to marry Jessica Simpson. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you say?
Yeah, I think that's the thing is the people that are like, I got to find everything about this person. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't. And I think that's why some celebrities, like, there's some celebrities that you don't know anything about. And you know what? Kudos to them. You know, I'm the exact opposite. I'm not a celebrity. I'll tell you anything you want to know about
I get
me.
the people that were celebrities as children that really didn't choose it. And they're like, look, I didn't ask for that life. I didn't want it.
Right.
But there's some that are like, yeah, no, I knew what was going into.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, there's a trade-off. If you get super big and you can do whatever you want because you have that fame and notoriety and money.
You pay the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Like, I get that you don't want all that stuff happening. Like, but if you didn't want all that, you didn't have to do what you did. To get that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But well,
it is a trade-off.
It is funny that some people will say that, and then a week later they'll be on the red carpet, letting everybody take their picture and posing and being like, you know, and then they'll be talking to everybody, and then the next week they're like, "Don't take my picture." And again, if you get so famous where you can't walk in a store, or you can't go into Starbucks and get a coffee. Yeah, yeah. No, they're double doors. I'm okay. You know, I'm okay. It's the single doors, which, by the way, we went somewhere the other day and I don't remember where it was, but it had a revolving door. So we went in. Oh, we dropped my daughter off at, she went to like Sky Zone with her friends. So it had a revolving door going in, right? So we're going in and my daughter goes in the same one with my wife, unknowingly to my wife. And then she slows down. So my wife's really having to push the door. So then when we're leaving, I go in the one behind her. I just put my foot down and stop it. She's, oh. And she looks at me and she goes, I didn't know my daughter did it. And she goes, your daughter did the same thing when we went in. I go, I'm so proud, you know? But no, it's kind of funny because that's what people, if you can't go in a place because you can't, everybody knows your name or they come over and ruin your dinner or this or that sucks, you know?
I will say that on the flip side, if that person is with their family.
Yeah, they should be off limits.
Right. Yeah.
They really should be. Now, if they get up to go pay the bill or they do this or that, or they're leaving, you know what I mean? They're leaving you can, I have walked by many celebrities that I've been blessed to be around. And literally I've just told them, hey, I really appreciate the stuff you do. Thanks, brother. You know what I mean? One of my favorite NASCAR racers too. I went to a track he owned and this and that. And he's working on his dad's car and he's in his trailer and everybody's scared to talk to him and this and that. And I'm just standing there. He walks out. I'm standing by the door of the trailer. He walks out. He's standing on the trailer, so we're almost eye to eye because he's really short. And I look at him. I go, hey, I said, your dad's doing all right. I said, you tuning the car? He goes, yeah, I'm tuning the car. And he's just talking like I'm a regular person. I didn't
First
go,
mistake.
yeah, but I didn't go, will you sign my baby? You know what I mean? Because he wasn't there. He wasn't there to do that. He was there.
Will you swap stories with me about Brown Friday?
Yeah. Do you have a plumber by chance that, like I said, they're regular human beings that when they're doing stuff, he was crew chief with his dad. He was not, NASCAR driver. It was Tony Stewart, but he's not, championship driver.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart. He's a crew chief or pit crew on his dad's car. You know what I mean? And it was just really cool to see normal people doing stuff. But there were so many people that were coming up to him. Hey, will you sign this? Will you sign? No. I mean, dude, let the guy.
Just enjoy the moment.
Because you know what I had? I had a moment where I didn't take a picture of us together, but I have the memory. We had a nice little conversation, So, like I said, it's kind of cool when you see people
I have
like
plausible deniability. I can make up whatever I want.
Correct.
There's no proof.
There is no proof. All right. So I think I liked the Brown Friday the best, probably out of all those. That was probably my favorite one because I do believe, again, I cannot deny nor confirm that as a plumber, but I do believe that makes sense. You know what I mean? So what do they call? They must have a day then after Christmas and after Easter. Because I mean, whenever you have a gathering.
Well, I have to imagine if you're going to someone's house, like let's say you're going to grandma's house, their plumbing is probably not used that frequently.
Correct.
And now suddenly, quite literally, you were dumping loads of extra material.
You know what's weird? You believe that? Yeah. Oh man. You got me there. That was brutal. I was in the middle.
We do this every week, and somehow every week
I was in the middle.
Between the hours of this and end, this guy's sinuses are like, guess what, buddy?
Yeah, there might be something here too. I don't know. I wasn't bad in the van today, so I don't really know.
Well, it could be the dog crap.
I left my shoes in the hallway.
Oh, you should take them down and put them outside the other guy's door. But anyway,
I am getting ready to throw them out.
Yeah. You're getting ready to throw the guy out? Yeah. Nobody likes a quitter, Mac. Nobody likes a quitter. I got a TCO of the week. Oh, you almost hit it.
I almost did. TCO of the week.
That was very weak.
It's of the week.
It's a short one. It's called Caught Puppy-Handed. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says a shoplifter, while holding a real puppy, wasn't hard to track down afterwards. He was found driving with $259 in stolen goods and a floppy-eared puppy who looked right at the camera when police snapped its mugshot. What a sidekick, man.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was his burglary support dog.
Do you know why you only got $259 worth of stuff? Because you were holding a dog.
Yeah, because he had one arm.
Yeah. You could have easily got, $518 worth of stuff if you would have loaded up both arms. So, but the funny thing is...
Was it hot? I can't leave the dog in the car. I got to leave the dog inside.
That's the whole thing. He runs out, the alarm's going off, and there's a cop writing him a ticket for leaving the dog in the car. And he's like, damn it. Either way, the dog's screwing this up.
Last time I did this, they busted out a window. Cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
I left a note saying the car was running and the AC was on.
Right, yeah.
They didn't believe me.
He's listening to Skinnerd. He likes it. It's all good, I've seen those notes too. They're really good. Do not break window. AC is on. It's less than 70 in the car, and he's listening to Skinnerd. It's his favorite band.
I saw someone do that though, except they slapped it on the window as they walked away, and then they pan away, and it's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry, the AC's on. She's listening to her favorite music, and then you expect it to be an animal, and it's just like the girlfriend sitting there, and she's just giving that look like.
Yeah. You know what though? He probably got a million followers on TikTok doing that, so it's good for him. Good for him.
On the tick.
But imagine, so you make off with the goods, you and your dog, but it's $259. That's not very much.
No.
Were you at the dollar store? I mean, who did you rob?
You could
Dollar General?
Yeah.
By the way, not a sponsor, but call us. Because we
we'll
are
take
cheap.
We'll take a half episode sponsorship.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know that you know what WTMF means, but we are totally that, and we will gladly be your sponsor. So anyway, yeah, it's just funny that when they pull them over, they're like, oh, you can imagine them petting the dog. Oh, you're so cute. Get on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Did they rob the Aldi of banks? We robbed the bonk.
Yeah, we robbed the bonk. And they had less than the bank did yesterday, the bank,
They
whatever.
arrested the bunk.
Yeah. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of neat because, and it did not say in Florida. It was not a Florida man. I don't know where Hillsborough County is. Yeah, I don't know. We can make something up. But
you want to go outside? You want to go outside?
Yeah.
You want to go rob a bank? You want to go get
you want to go rob a bank? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's bad? He probably robbed a Starbucks or something. And it was
And everyone pays like digitally now.
Right. Oh, do they? Yeah.
Oh, you want to pick up my coffee? I pay with my phone.
Yeah, but so he goes to rob a Starbucks, and then he goes, I need a pup cup.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I get a
Can I
puppuccino?
get a puppuccino over here for the dog? Huh? Can I get anything? So, but yeah, it's just amazing. Again, a nice short TCO of the week. You got to be an idiot to take your dog in to the robbery.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry. Jerry looked it up.
Yeah.
He's circling that the newspaper is in is the Tampa Bay Times.
Oh, so it is a Florida man.
There's your Florida guy.
Florida man. That's one of the first TCOs. It didn't say Florida man or Florida woman in it. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah. So most of our TCOs of the week come from
TCO checks in with Florida.
Yeah. So in today's news, anyway, let's go to a strange story. You go ahead and hit the button.
Strange stories.
Oh,
Mac edited.
It's to the right length.
There
I was
we
like,
go.
you did not push it again. You were going to let it play.
You've never heard that sentence before.
Right. I have.
I'm surprised you knew how to put those words together. Is this a sentence?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is this about me? I'm not going to say it if it's not about me. Hold on. So here's our headline.
Hey, you know what?
Huh?
Macaulay can be excited that Damon says it's the right length. All right, go ahead.
It's the right length. NASA attempting to attract aliens by launching nudes into space.
How do they know which ones the aliens want?
I don't know.
They sent a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, is there like a browser?
What if the aliens are all Puritans though?
Yeah.
Well, I just can't have this.
We're going to have to nuke them.
First off, Jerry, if you could see if there's an alien hub, I would like to see what's going on here. And
make sure you're logged in under Mac.
Jerry, don't take that mic.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and use his browser. Make sure you're logged in under
Type
Mac's
in
name.
NASA nudes.
Yeah. Alien hub. Yeah. Yeah. This is it's not what I expected.
Where the curious get together. I don't know. It may be.
Yeah. Where the curious get together.
Well, I want to be in that board meeting.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We've been sending out radio and universal math into space for years, decades. Nothing's happened. We have giant, like mountain-size satellite arrays pointed at space.
Yeah.
What do you think? Boobs?
Yeah.
Can we try boobs?
You know what's weird is this,
and then half the room was like, "What are we talking about? What's going on?"
But this has to be like a bunch of NASA men sitting around going, "Hey, look, just send a dick pic.
You know what it is?
Yeah, send it."
Well, I no, that's a good spin.
Yeah.
I like that because
Yeah.
you're probably right. They probably have tried that in other means of their life.
Yeah, they're like,
I'm thinking
it always works.
that based on what we just made Jerry do,
Yeah.
someone got caught with nudes on their work computer.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, it's a new plan to meet the aliens.
Yeah.
It's for science.
Yeah. Why are they all shots of the bathroom? Well, I think aliens like nudes and Brown Friday.
Yeah. Houston, we have arousal. So we're good.
I mean, to be fair, all the rockets we've shot up into space do look like dick pics.
Right. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, they do. So, but I can just imagine the people at the space station, they see it floating by, they're like, oh, turn this way. It's the only shots they get ever. We've been up here for 8 months. Come this way.
Yeah, but then you send the news up there and the aliens, they only have 2? And they only got 1 of those?
Right.
Those guys are weird. I don't want to go down there.
Yeah. If you categorize them, this is Operation Cougar.
Look at them primitive. They only got them 2 of them boobs.
Yeah. So anyway, I've only read the title, and this is how far we are. So it says, in hopes of attracting aliens.
Florida man working at
Florida man working at NASA.
Kennedy Space Center gets caught with nudes on computer.
And,
hatches plan to catch aliens.
He's trying to open up a line of communication with extraterrestrial life. NASA's trying to foolproof a plan that always works for men when trying to attract another partner, sending nudes. So it's right there.
Yeah. There you go.
Listen, I can't see this failing. Okay.
You know what has worked on Earth 100% of the time?
Yeah.
Deck packs.
Yeah.
Deck packs and works every time.
Exactly.
But unsolicited.
Unsolicited, right. Because, you know, the aliens get in there like, we didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly what happens. But it says, this is all part of a project called Beacon in the Galaxy. So now it's my beacon. All right. This is what I'm going to say. You can show a picture of my beacon to any alien that you want to. And it says, whose main purpose is to make contact with alien civilization. Now, the nudes they're sending aren't the type that you have saved on your phone. I don't know what they think I have saved on my phone, but it's not nudes. Okay. It says,
Damon has like pictures of ham.
No NASA
sandwiches you want to eat later.
Yeah. Ooh. You guys remember when we had that pot roast? Look at those potatoes.
You know what I want to see from you again? This.
Yeah.
Send foods.
Yeah, send foods instead of send nudes. So it says, no NASA scientist is in the bathroom taking mirror pictures of their privates. You nailed it too. You nailed it too. At least not for this plan. The nudes are actually pixel drawings of a naked man and woman next to a depiction of DNA. How would aliens know what DNA is and everything else?
I mean, they did that a while back. They sent like I said, math, and they sent like pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is just a better drawing.
But
if you say pixel, what is it, like 8-bit? Like it looks like Mario and the Princess?
It looks like the Dirty Channel from when we were like 13. You know, it's like, man.
Was satellite?
Was that a boob? Did I just see a boob?
Was that a man?
What was that?
Was that a woman?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm seeing here, but
I mean, you say pixel, was it literally like it's 8-bit? Like,
right. It's Mario's wang. That's what they're sending in outer space. I don't know. This guy goes down a tube like nothing. It's crazy. It's
something called Mario and Toadstool. I don't know what's going on here.
It's me, a Maya Wang. You know, it's like, what do you do? You know, I got it. It took a while.
Well, we've had a lot of them today,
but I got it. I got it. So that's a short story, but it says along with the pixel nudes, there are other bits of information about our planet. Scientists believe this image could help make contact. So what they're thinking is. And that's the end of the story. So what they're really thinking is they're thinking that if we can get their attention with nudes.
But I don't get why it has to be like we can broadcast and like.
Yeah. Yeah. But so think about it though, too. When we were growing up, the internet wasn't prevalent when we were young.
When we were growing up? No, it was not.
It was not prevalent until we were older. But what I'm saying is if you needed to get your nudes, they were paperback. Okay. That's what you did. All right. If you bought a hardcover edition, I don't know what you're doing with it, but it's a paperback. But
you got this in mass market.
Yeah. But my point is that if you ever got caught with said nude, you're like, I'm just reading the articles. Okay. So what they're attempting to do here is go they need one alien to tell the other, what are you doing? I'm just reading the articles. Look right here. There's DNA. Yeah. You know, this is about their planet, you know? So, I mean,
these are tasteful pixels.
Yeah. These are tasteful. Yeah.
None of them are bathroom shots.
Then you hear the audio. It's a me and my wing. You know? Yeah. He's jumping on a mushroom.
Careful.
I know I cracked myself up. But anyway.
Is that a turtle or a duck? I can't tell. It's got the head of a duck, but the body of a turtle.
Weird. So weird. But, and then they have to put Princess Peach in with them then, I guess, too. You know? So, no, I just find
Look at this peach.
Whoa. Whoa. That's 8 pics. Or imagine if they switch. They go to Tecmo Bowl. So you got Lawrence Taylor, right? And one of them, one of them, 2 cheerleaders that were on the sidelines, that would show up.
The halftime show?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, okay, here's how we're going to explain it. See, when a man loves a woman, they have DNA. And this is what
a man is Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Absolutely no protection will stop him from getting through.
Right. This guy snaps bones.
You just feel like you find out later that there's been alien wars forever. Like, find out what happened. He kept taking the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Every time he would take the New York Giants.
Yeah. That's theirs. But see,
I would take San Francisco. I would get 3 pass plays. I only had 1 run.
Right. And, I had Steve Young, damn it, or Joe Montana. I don't remember who was on the first game. Yeah.
Well, you remember Sports Talk football?
Yeah.
Montana back to pass. Meanwhile, the play is already over.
Yeah.
You'd already be like switch sides, but
Yeah.
the voice was so far behind.
I remember there was one, and we're getting off topic, but I love it.
When have we not?
Yeah. But there was one on when I had a Sega Dreamcast, which was a short-lived product, right?
Right.
They had a football game where you actually, at that time, you looked out the helmet. You could do
That's awful.
You could do a helmet view. Here's what's funny. You would just stand there and wait to get sacked. Then you see clouds. It was so awesome.
You'd see look, there's nudes going to the sky.
You're looking straight ahead. You're watching this dude bearing down, and you're like, I'm not going to throw the ball. Let's see what happens. And then, poof, and you see the clouds.
I want to see those clouds because I want to see those nudes float to the aliens.
Right. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What's the name of the shuttle launching it? The doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, that's what it is. We named it ourselves, sir.
Why did we name this recent shuttle the Hustler?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's so awesome. Yeah. The SS Larry Flint is going into orbit next week, and then we're going to be sending up dudes. So
There aren't even any articles in this one.
Yeah, right. It just says the word DNA over and over. DNA.
Wait a minute. It says
TNA.
TNA.
I knew where you were going.
Yep.
Where can they find us, Dad?
You can find us in space.
Yes. Taking selfies of our junk.
If you'd like to see those, you can find those at thatchecksout.net and all the socials that checks out WDT, except for Twitter, which is out WDT.
Right.
We don't know why. That's how it is.
Yeah. Because we're super
You
smart.
can find us on all of your favorite podcast platforms under That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. We record all the time here at Audio Hive Podcast Studio. That Checks Out has been a TCO Productions. You'll catch us next time. For Damon, I have been Ted. Jerry and Mac have been in the other room behind this wall.
It lights the back of your
It
head.
does. It lights the back of my head.
Yeah.
As if I need help with that.
By the way, the back of your head's the best part
The
of your
back,
head.
the back of my head lights this wall. I think it's
That's
how
what
it
it
works.
is. That's what it is. That wall is much brighter because of the back of your head.